we are looking for what we call recording artists, not just musicians. Let me try to be helpful and try to explain a little bit where this is going. Performing artists are individuals that have, by as the word suggests, some artistry. And that artistry also involves their physical being, their, as they say, for instance, in Spanish or in English, I guess, their angel, how they are perceived, on how they look on a camera, how they're perceived. Can they talk? Many of the younger striving performers can't even conduct an interview. Some of them can, and those are the ones that project. So you have to look beyond just the craft of being a musician. So it's a complex issue. It's the appearance, it's how you come across, how creatively connected you are to your essence, because it comes across, especially in today's medium of television. Television doesn't lie, so to speak. So first, I think as a musician, you need to really be a virtuoso, a craftsman. And then if you are a singer or a singer-songwriter, you develop your own style and bring out uniqueness, something special, something... I was asked at a seminar 2 years ago the same question, and I always said, look, the sperm always makes it to the egg. Now, we all know there are millions of them that don't, but anyway, otherwise we would be finished as a human race. So that's kind of how musicians they have just got to get there. And they have to be prepared and centered, essentially centered in expressing whatever they want to express. See, what at least my experience has been for record executives, what they look for very often is, does this person just want to be famous, or does this person want to express herself or himself? I'm not interested in people that want to be famous. Right? They don't contribute anything. So it's kind of, do you have something to say? Do you have some way to say it uniquely? Shakira, I tell you in a personal experience. I was program director of WAPA Channel 4 in Puerto Rico, and I was invited to a conference in LA called Radio y Música. And basically that's where record labels presented their upcoming stars, kind of a showcase, first showcase. And on stage comes this rather short, somewhat plump, dressed horribly in brown pants and a strange blouse girl, and she starts singing. And I turned to the person next to me and said, who is that? Really kind of not believing anything. When she was finished, I jumped up and I clapped and I became like a fan. I went backstage because she had something to say, and her way of doing this was unique. And that was her songs Pie Descalzo, her really milestone album that gave her the breakthrough, because she had something to say. What they made out of her later is another commercial question. But, there's an example. Well, you have to make a demo. I mean, the musician has to make... It's not just the musician, it's a songwriter, a singer. If you are a singer-songwriter, you have a much better chance than just being a singer. Unless you have very unique qualities as a singer. Your voice, your appearance, your style of the way you carry a song. So let's say as an artist or as a wannabe artist, you need to first make demos. And the demos not necessarily have to be super quality or invest and go to very expensive studios. Some artists just make their demos at home. So good A&R people find the art that's there or is not. So you don't need to start with a name of a group. That's another thing. It's like starting a business with a business card. No, you need to start a business with a client. So it's the same thing. You need to start wanting to be an artist. You need to start with something you have to offer. And too many people get confused about it. They think they have to spend, 10, 12, whatever, $20,000 to make us. I think the real, at least if I were an artist, I would want to be with an A&R guy that heard what I had to offer, which wasn't necessarily, a Rolls Royce the way it was produced.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the label's job.